These are 3 psychology hacks that are gonna help you nail your negotiation and get you a big fat raise. All right, let's go. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Work Happier podcast. My name is Shodawan. We're gonna be talking about all things negotiation today. And if you've been wondering why I've been a little MIA, we just got married last weekend, so I took a couple weeks off. My team came out to the wedding as well. And I'll tell you, these negotiation tactics are the same ones that I use to even get a bigger discount on my wedding venue, or to get a little bit more of this at my wedding. These are hacks that are good throughout your entire life, not just to get one job, not to just get your next job, but career, life, your wedding, all of it can apply when you have the right negotiation strategies. So the first one I will teach you, it's all about listening more and speaking less. Let me explain. What most people think about salary negotiations is that if you talk more and you sound really smart, that you'll have a better chance of getting a higher salary. But in reality, the more you talk, the bigger chance you have to blow it and maybe even lose out on an offer. Personally, this has never happened to me or any of my clients, but I have heard some horror stories from my friends of friends who talk too much during the negotiation process or ask for too much, where the recruiter or the company actually withdrew their offer and they didn't even have an offer to negotiate anymore. So the lesson there is, if you do a lot of talking, make sure it's constructive and make sure that you're working with the recruiter and with the person you're negotiating with to get that higher offer. Because if you're working against and all they feel is that you're trying to take, they can just X that entire deal and you're left with nothing. So how does this play out in salary negotiations? Let's say, for example, a recruiter offers you $70,000 for your salary. A lot of people think in this case to talk, right? So maybe their first instinct is to say, yes, that's great, I accept. You don't want to do that too early. You also don't want to say, well, actually, can I do 85? Because then you're showing your cards exactly what you want. What if you just did this? What if a recruiter says, hey, congratulations, we would love to offer you a salary of $70,000 to join the team. And you pick up and say, wow, thank you so much. That is so exciting to hear. I'm really excited about this opportunity. Could you walk me through the salary details and everything included in this package? And just that little question right there, you're taking a little bit of a pause, right? And you're letting the recruiter or the HR manager or the hiring manager do the talking. And that's when they'll talk and explain that salary. And from there, you might be able to hear, oh, well, they are also saying it's negotiable. Some wiggle room here. It's little things that you're listening out for. And from those little details, that's when you can do your own little research. And you know, okay, well, they said it's negotiable here. Or they said there's a sign-on bonus that's optional. You can also prep for your counterattack. Take your time. You don't need to accept on the spot. You don't need to say yes immediately or negotiate on the spot. You can say, let me take my time. You email them again and you set up another time to negotiate a higher package based off the research you've done. All right, so don't feel rushed to make a decision. You always have time here. Gather all the data and negotiate in the best interest for you and them. The second psychology hack that's gonna help you get paid more is a term called anchoring. And this is a term that you might not have heard of before, but I'm sure you've probably used this in your day-to-day. Let's say you're at a yard sale and you see, I don't know, let's say you see this cup that you really like. You're like, I like this cup, and it has a price tag of $10. But you don't want to pay $10. Let's say you want to pay $7. So you probably go in and say, oh, well, yeah, I like this cup. How much is it? They'll say, oh, it's $10. But then you could say, well, actually, I was wondering, is there any way you can get it for $4, maybe $5? What you're doing is you're anchoring the price. You're giving a price that now they think, oh, well, it's $5. I don't want $5, but now $10 seems too high. From that, then they'll say, well, maybe from there, I'll sell it for $7. And then that's the price that you wanted. So you hear $7, you're like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll take it for $7. So that is what anchoring is. It's you bringing up another price point, another reference point, and then they're comparing the original price to that, right? So you also can't use anchoring when it's crazy big difference. Let's say you're buying a watch, all right? You're buying a watch and it's on sale for $10,000. You can't go in and say, well, I'd like to buy that watch for $1,000. It's very, very hard for them to be like, yeah, okay, $1,000 is a fair offer, and then you negotiate from there. So you can't throw a Hail Mary. You can give an anchor that is backed by research and that it's still a fair offer. And anchoring also works from the other side as well. So when the hiring manager or HR asks you, what's your current salary or what are you looking to get paid? They're also looking for an anchor right there, right? So like whatever you say, they're probably gonna negotiate and have that range from there. So how can you use this? So let's just say, they ask, what are you looking to get paid? You don't want to say, well, my current salary is $150,000 and I'd like a 15% increase on that, because you're just giving them hard fact numbers where they can take your 150 times the 15% and give you just below that because they know that's the target that you want. So you can instead say something like this. Well, I've been interviewing with a few different companies, and the range that we're looking at is around $185,000 to $205,000 for my annual salary. Is that pretty aligned with the range that you have? So what you're doing is you're giving your anchor based off of the research, based off of the other companies that you're interviewing at, and then they can take it from there, right? So the first option was you just telling, I'm at $150,000 and I want a 15% raise. Second option is you saying, I want a range of $185,000 to $205,000 based off of the other companies that I've been speaking to. That's pretty aligned with my years of experience. You see the difference there? So one's here, you'll probably have a better chance to get higher paid with option number 2. And now the third psychology hack that's gonna help you get paid more, it's in your value. That you are only one of one, right? Look at yourself in the mirror. There's only one person who has your years of knowledge, your years of experience, all your skill, your likability, your social capital, all of that. So keep that in mind. If they want you, they gotta pay what you're worth. And one of the hacks to be able to get this is having scarcity, is for them to fear that they would lose you. But when you think of your value in the job market, if you have another offer already, or you have other companies that want you, that drives up your value. So how does this all play out? The next time a recruiter asks you, or the next time an HR manager asks you, are you currently in other processes right now? And that's when you can say, well, I've just been exploring the market right now. I've had a couple of interviews the last few weeks. There's a lot of cool opportunities here. But with that said, this is a really great opportunity that I think could be a really great fit. So I'm really looking forward to learning more and seeing how this could be a great fit. So what are we doing here? We're indicating to them that I am a hot commodity, that other people want me. So if other people want me, that means that this company, if they want me, that they will probably need to give me a competitive offer to compete with everybody else, right? That's the first thing. The second thing that I did there is I'm reassuring that this company, that I like you, that I want to work with you. It's not just I'm saying, yeah, I'm interviewing at a lot of different companies, you're one of them, and I'll just see who has the best offer. Because at the end of the day, companies want people who want to work for them as well. It's a two-way street. I want somebody who I like, and I want to hire somebody who likes us. It's a two-way street. It's a big match, and that's ultimately the person that they will hire, is somebody who they like and they are liked back. So that's where you can use scarcity to showcase that you have other opportunities, other offers to get an even higher offer here, okay? So with that, my friend, I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. Email us at podcast@workcap.com if you want to see any of these topics covered even further or new topics. I will see you next week, okay? Bye.